Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the 5th and final season of the Spotify Cup Series and the 6th annual Clash at Daytona. Instead of racing at the Daytona Road Course this time, we are on the Daytona Superspeedway, and we got a lot to talk about this time, a lot to show you, and a lot of new changes this season. So we'll dive right into it in a second, but first, my co-commentator Matt should be joining. Oh my God, why can I not jump? I can't. Okay, well I can't move anymore.
Ooh, this is nice.
I can't. There we go.
Can't
Oh,
sit in the
okay.
middle.
Well, yeah, I know you can. I forgot to add a seat there. And there we go. Oh my God.
Fell under the track.
Yeah, I forgot to make that part collide, so just don't walk out. That's it.
But what if I want to be under Daytona?
Well, then that sucks for you. All right, well, I'm just going to stand up right here because if I sit down for some reason, I can't jump back up. Anyways, let's get to racing here, shall we? We got everybody lined up. Bob on the front row here. I think is everybody. Yeah. Once again, Cole, Tim, Bob, Naruto. If you guys want to join your team VCs, I advise you do it. Otherwise, it might be hard to work together. But all right, let me make sure. Yeah. For some reason, they don't want to talk to each other.
I thought the view names didn't work, but it's the scoreboard.
All right. And let's do this. To kickstart Season 5, baby. As you can tell, we are back to Gen 6, 2018 Gen 6 cars. Don't think anybody said NR. Okay, never mind. Arnioto's back. All right, here we go.
Yeah, everybody's ready from the looks of it. And we are green. Green flag in the air here at Daytona. We're underway for the 6th annual Clash in the Spotify Cup Series.
And Bob will lead them coming into turn number 1. That is Tim behind him in second. 2 teammates right there. Bob Rowe expanded to a 3-car team over the off-season.
Northern already sent up high. That's unfortunate for him. He's starting so good. But,
whoa, Ancient pulls out of line.
See some shuffling here. This Bob Rowe, every time I see Bob Rowe, they're always working together, which is crucial at a track like Daytona. Is there a robot surprise for this?
Orange went way below the apron right there and then came back up the track. Tim looks like he got a little bit tight. Arnioto to the top lane, but it's going to be Ozone leading the field, coming down the front straightaway. But Arnioto, huge run on the outside, trying to get that outside lane to work.
Ozone leads that one as Northern is coming back in the
Orange
mix.
is
After an unfortunate situation in lap 1. A little bit of contact up in the high side with Bob and Tim, but all is well.
And that outside lane working pretty well right there. You see Bob go down to the middle. I think Tim might try to follow in line, see if he can go with him. And he does. To the bottom goes Tim, but now Bob trying to switch lanes. He goes down to the bottom, but they're trying to get that outside to work. And you see that third Bob Rowe car there on the top. That's Naruto in that 12. As you see Arnioto, just a little bit of a mistake. Tim will try to squeeze down on the bottom. And I am going to have to leave the booth real quick to teleport Sky. I was hoping that this wouldn't happen.
And Tim leading them into turn 1 for the second lap.
Okay, there we go. Sky, spawn your car. It's not in the game. Just spawn a Toyota, and then I'll change the scheme.
Now here's the question: which is the more dominant line? Is it the outside or the inside? I would say the inside. But
All right, hold on.
when you have teams working together and alliances and this, that, and the third.
Let's do this.
Out to whichever
Let's
has
do. Where is Sky's car? Here we go. Sky's car body. Let's go here. Let me go to completed schemes in the Discord.
Yoda filtered up high.
And
As he's just trying to get
there you
his
go.
teammate of orange.
Okay, it's not working for some reason.
Beautiful paint scheme.
All right, that's fine. It's fine. You can merge, Sky. There's no fuel, by the way, so you're good.
Beautiful paint schemes in this field. This field tonight. Like it's,
I uploaded the scheme. I guess it just hasn't uploaded to Roblox yet. Oh, contact between Tubopt and
my
Northern.
goodness.
Northern came down on Tubopt.
bit of an unfortunate situation as Orange. I don't think he can.
Why is it still doing that?
Did Orange just pass him with the apron?
I have no clue. Oh, more contact.
Orange is being a little questionable right now. He passed him to the apron and he nearly took out Ozone just there. But 3 wide. Arniotto sent further back in the pack as Bob Road is trying to make something work. Tim moved to the inside.
Yeah, you can join Glitch. Oh my God, what happened to Byron? All right, where's Sky at? Okay, he's right here. Coming down the back straight away, that is Tim right now
Looking like
leading
the
this
inside is
field.
more dominant.
It does look like
Looking
the
like
inside's
the
pretty good, but the
inside.
top has always been working a little bit.
Yeah.
Like we
It
saw
just-
them
it needs
prevail
to
at
get
the
a groove.
start. You just need, one, you need people up there, and you know, the good thing about the top lane as well is that you do have people to side draft as well. You can only side draft on the top, can't side draft on the bottom. As you see Northern try to kind of crawl down to that bottom lane, try to see what he can do. And you see Sky at the back there. His scheme did not load in, but he does have a completed scheme, so he can race. This Tim slightly up the racetrack right there, but it looked like he was able to get back down.
Pretty single file here as we are now on lap 6.
Oh, more
of
contact at the
40.
back.
Is there a Robux prize for this race?
Probably not, because I got to pay Hero a lot of Robux.
Well, yeah, pretty singled out as teams trying to work together, trying to dominate. As I am
Ooh, contact. Tubok came up the track, slammed into Arniotto, and then slammed into Bob. Terrible block on Tim.
Tim down in pit road. Very unfortunate as Arniotto to the top side. See if he has the help. I highly doubt it.
Okay,
Yeah,
Ozone
this
got
bottom
pushed,
lane.
apparently. Thank you,
This
Ozone,
bottom
for
lane.
that.
This bottom lane is going to be the dominant lane unless the top side can figure something out. I see Bob Rowe trying to get something done on the top side.
Oh, here we go. Big run on the top right here. That's Sky in the blank car you see. His scheme was finished. It's just, for some reason, Roblox didn't want to accept it for some reason, as Orange pushes Ancient all the way up against the wall, and Tubop slides it up to the top line, but now we'll go back down to the bottom. And you see a lot of roster changes as well. Let's go back and turn on the view names here. Go to TV1 as well. Turn on the view names. See Northern in the 24. Ancient was in the 24 last season. Northern in the 88 as he filled in for Ozone. And then right behind him, you're seeing Naruto sticking with that 12 car. As off to you, Matt.
And you also see Tubopt, someone who's always driven Fords in the Spotify Cup Series, D2, D3, whatever it is. He's always driving a Ford.
Ooh.
So it was a little strange to see Tubopt driving a Chevy, but yeah, is it Liberty? It's Liberty Fords, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Liberty building an absolute powerhouse this season.
Or no.
Obviously-
Tubop's not on Liberty. Sorry, he's on Course Home, which is a new team. Ozone made that team. Now Tubop, bad block on Ancient.
Contact on the bottom as Ancient's going to get filtered to the back. Not a very smart block as Orange is trying to get anything done. He has no help from his teammates.
Yeah, you can merge. There is no, there should be like barely any tire wear and barely any fuel. So
I think what the Icon drivers are going to do here is pull up in front of Orange. Pull up
And I think I accidentally called them the Double Dub drivers. But yeah, Double Dub rebranded to Icon Racing over
lot
the
more
off
efficient.
season.
a lot more official of it. But yeah, this single file choo-choo racing is somewhat what I expected to see towards the beginning of it.
And you know that top lane can work. We saw it multiple times. We saw Sky kind of go out to the lead for a brief second there. You just need people up there. You need it to be even, and we see this many times in the Bubble Fun races as well. We see it multiple times where the inside kind of prevails, but, you know, sometimes that outside lane will creep up as you see him go 3 wide right there.
Bit of a freight train from Tubob, fighting for the lead, ends up getting filtered high by Sky, and he's sent all the way to the back. Luckily with his Chevy manufacturing teammates. As Orange, a very bumpy day, to say the least. He's been from front to the back to the front, and now back in last.
Bob pulls out a line. You saw that. Byron merging, and now Bob will get back in line. Now they're coming up.
Really close calls.
Yeah, a lot. You see Sky pull out a line as well. But I do want to talk about this front straightaway, the corner that they are coming up on, because this front straightaway is very sketchy. You'll see it right there. They look pretty smooth through the corners. But now once you get on that front straightaway, everybody's kind of going all over the place. That's a big issue. And, you know, you turn up the friction on the track surface, and it makes it a little bit better. But it's still a major issue. Handling is going to be a huge problem on the front straightaway. You're going to see a lot of bad pushes, a lot of crashes, a lot of incidents right there, especially in the Daytona 500 when guys are starting to get aggressive.
Whoa, Byron! Whoa!
What do you do?
It looked like he just lost control and smacked the outside wall.
Byron's not even. Byron wasn't even in the pack. He was supposed to merge.
Yeah, he did merge. He merged too far back, and then he just absolutely died.
Oh, Northern, bad push from Bob.
Wow.
Went straight up the track. Ozone and Northern into the wall, and Bob stuck in no man's land in the middle. And another bad block on Tim.
You're going to see a lot of this here on the front straightaway. A lot of blocks going cattywampus, and it's not going to end well for some of these drivers if they're not careful.
Tubob trying to side draft that bottom. 3 wide right here in turn 1.
Wow, 3 by 3 for a second there.
And here they are down the back straightaway. Arnioto back down to the bottom of the racetrack. He's got help from his team owner. Orange is now 4 wide down the back straightaways. Naruto's going to lift out of it, give the spot back to Northern. Coming into turn number 3. It's Ozone on that top side trying to command his Chevy teammate. Almost said team owner.
What an exciting first couple laps we've had here at Daytona as Icon Racing finally getting something to work here on the bottom. Sky trying to make his way back up to see his teammates maybe get a little more help, but as we've seen, it's a little crazy when cars start to go multiple 4 wide.
Yeah, Orange is pulling out a line.
Almost
4
5
wide.
Yep. That ain't gonna end well.
Ricocheting off each other. Tim's gonna have to hit the brakes, go back right in front of Orange. Nothing you can do in that situation. Everyone's ricocheting off each other, and when you're 4 wide coming into turn 1, just terrible timing.
Yeah, that ain't gonna end well. As Arnioto, not much help anymore as his Icon driver of Orange. I don't know if he's a co-owner or I don't really pay attention to the depth charts, but Orange sent all the way to the back after that 4 wide contact you've seen back there. And
if anything tells me, or if anything happens, just tell me real quick. I'm doing something.
Okay. Bob leading the outside lane, trying to get something to work. Ozone, 3 wide in the middle. Trying to get that slingshot down to the bottom. Northern will let him in as the inside lane. Not many cars, but a lot of help. And Ozone's smoking from the back of his car.
All right, there we go.
Naruto making a gutsy move to the outside.
Oh, yeah, I see that. Oh, contact right there between two laps.
Oh, into the outside wall.
Yeah, more contact as well. And Naruto's just trying to stay with his teammate.
Cannot clear the bottom.
God, this is chaos. And you cannot side draft that left side. You cannot side draft the cars on the outside. You can only side draft the cars on the inside. Not sure why Hero made it like that, but Hero decided, you know what, we'll try to make it a little bit realistic, I think. And that's what he did. And not sure how well that's going to turn out for the cars on the bottom, but so far this outside, it's been working pretty well. We've seen essentially all 3 lanes work, I think, except the middle, though. The middle's been kind of struggling a little bit.
Yeah, it's hard to hold the middle, especially when you've got cars on your outside and your inside. it's difficult to hold a line, especially in that straightaway where we were talking about earlier, where it is a literal death trap if you're not careful taking these pushes.
And now I do want to ask you, Matt, when you're in this pack, you know, two by two, fighting for the lead, what's it feel like when, you know, you're 3 wide, everyone's pushing hard, and coming to the end of a race, something like that?
Well, coming to the end of the race, when you are in a sketchy situation here at a super speedway, especially like Daytona, it is just go big or go home. As you saw contact there between Bob and Tubop.
Sorry to cut you off, but keep going.
It's more of like a go big or go home situation. You want to go for the most.
Oh, Naruto!
Wow.
Again, I cut you off. I'm sorry. A lot of stuff going on here at Daytona. It's a crazy racetrack. Everything happens every lap.
In my few seasons, I mean, I was never really the greatest super speedway driver. Super speedways were never really my bread and butter, but I've had a couple pretty good finishes here and there at super speedways. Whoa, cars are jumping up and down in the corners. I don't know what that was about. But yeah, it's sort of a go big or go home situation. You want to go for the most risky. You want to basically go all in on black and let it ride. So
you see Orange pull out a line right there, and Northern leading the field. Now I do want to talk about a couple of these guys. One of them being Northern. Raced last season, kind of struggled, but this season there's a lot of hype surrounding Northern, especially because he's one of the best drivers with these cars in Heroes League, SRU. You know, these aren't the same cars that we're used to. These are brand new cars. They have completely different feel than what they were last season. And Northern was one of the best cars with them. And so a lot of hype surrounding him. And Arnie Odo, another guy, he won the D2 championship in SRU, came back from, what was it, 300, 400 point deficit? Ended up winning the championship over Nova, who was a huge threat as Northern just went below the line.
Arnieto gonna try to make something work on the top after getting shuffled out of line, but Northern, obviously a very, very good driver here in these cars. Dominance in SRU. I feel like if he has this edge over everybody, I feel like he's going to do great this season. He's one of the drivers to look for in the upcoming races. As Byron, had a very rocky season. Not really sure. Rocky season last year. Very not many teammates that stuck around. I mean, I had the same issue, but yeah, Byron trying to make things change this season in his 00 Chevrolet Camaro.
Now down the front straightaway right now, you see Byron leading. He is a part-time car this season, not racing full-time. Decided he didn't want to do it, and fair enough. He's got some things that he'd rather do than race Lego cars and Roblox. But coming out of turn number 2 right here, it's going to be that 0-0 car. Byron out front leading the field. As you won't miss a thing, we're going to take you side by side.
Match on a fire, cold on ice. coming off the corner. Timson will probably win the championship.
And you're gonna be slow? You're gonna be slow?
Oh, let's go.
Hey y'all, it's racing day, so loud out here I can't hear a thing. Man, the fans are going wild. And these drivers came to rock, and no place else but Fox knows how to do it NASCAR style.
Boogity, boogity, boogity. Let's go racing, boys.
Hey now, here we go, race day. Don't you be going slow. Keep that pedal down on the floor. Push it to the crowd, can't take no more. Be here since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways. Here since the flag came down. Be here to the last lap around. Worked all week, it's time to play. Gonna get a little bit sideways.
Welcome back to the Spotify Cup Series Clash at Daytona. Northern Railfan leads the field, and we've seen this multiple times today as well. But coming into turn number one, you saw they're kind of side by side a little bit, and then things kind of got fanned out. Everyone wants to use the bottom, which is fair enough. It's easy to hold a line, easy to push guys on the bottom of the racetrack. But you see Northern go straight up the track. Hard to hold a line here, hard to keep the lead as well. As you just saw Tubat also sacrifice the lead, as now that top line starts to form up a little bit. Byron comes across the line, will lead lap 23 and on to lap 24. Whoa, contact. Ancient spun Byron in the wall. And once again, not sure what happened there. Whoa, there they go. Huge wreck down the back straightaway. Someone sliding into the inside wall. It's Bob, and one car is around. Caution is out.
My game did not.
And more wrecking in turn 3. Byron's
Byron
around.
involved.
Sky is
Bob.
around. Bob
Oh my
slams into
goodness.
Sky.
That ain't good.
And the first caution of the season comes out. Ancient, to no surprise, looked like he caused that one.
All right, let's watch that back. Kind of see what was going on.
Yeah, well, let's take a look, see what happened here.
Yeah, it looked like.
Hold on,
Ancient
give me
was
one
like
sec,
blocked
give me one sec.
fire. Oh, I am under the track.
All right.
That's fine.
Ooh, that I accidentally did that. Oopsies. This should. Is it not? Okay, hold up.
That's some bumpy grass. Good lord.
Why is it not showing up? That's weird. Well, for some reason, that's why. All right, here we go. So let's take a look at what happened here. Byron came down on Ancient. It looks like right there. So here we are coming into turn number 1. See Byron get on the, yeah, Ancient kind of pushed him up, and then Byron cut down on him. Contact. Byron got into the wall right there. Ancient spun Byron in the wall. And then let's see what happened right here, because once again, not sure what happened there. It looked like, oh yeah, terrible block from Ancient on Byron. Sent Bob around.
I don't know. I think.
That was a big wreck. And then there's more wrecking right here.
They were a little frustrated with each other coming out of that corner onto the backstretch. Yeah, that block was a little sketchy. But, first warning of season 6.
Season 5.
Can't believe this is the last.
Season 5.
Season 5.
Yeah,
I
so
was thinking 6th
for people who are a little bit confused, this is the 6th annual Clash, but it's only the 5th season. Also,
how does that make sense?
Because hold on. Oh.
Because years.
Oops. But anyways, Byron gets a verbal warning. Who was involved? Bob, Ancient, I think
Sky was
Byron,
involved.
Sky.
Basically, anybody who is from like Byron and back was involved.
All right,
No,
well,
Byron and back, I would say.
here we go. See if everybody's ready. Already 50% through this race. It's been a very quick race so
Yeah.
far.
Really quick race. I think you should have done like 50.
I mean, I just wanted to... Oh, no.
Little
All right,
quick.
well, here we go. I don't think anybody said NR. Let me just make sure. Yep. All right, we're all good.
Green flag.
Arnioto leads us to the green flag. Tim behind him in that 16, but he's going to squeeze himself to the bottom of the racetrack. There was room there. Not a lot, but it definitely worked. Oh, contact.
Whoa.
Everybody stacks up. Tim has to check up. So does...
Both drivers check up.
Ozone.
Ozone and Tim, a little bit of contact there going into turn 2 as pretty sketchy, as you said earlier in this race. Some of these corners, it can go from being really stable to all of a sudden going all hell breaks loose. As, big contact. Ancient slams into Arnioto, hits Bob.
And
They save it. We stay green.
speaking of Ancient, let's switch our focus on to him. That graphic on the right side of your screen, it's a little bit small. Let me just make that larger for you guys. There we go. That graphic on the right side of your screen, his season 4 statistics. Ancient Rain, 2 wins, 13 starts, 4 top 3s, 9 top 5s, 101 laps led, 0 DNFs, but also 0 pole positions, and a 4.8 average finish for Ancient. Pretty solid.
Not bad, not bad.
Not a bad
Your
year for Ancient Rain in
season 4
season
playoff
4, but the
driver.
one person that I do want to focus some attention on right here, that's going to be Bob. Get this, and it's also a little bit small, my bad. Get this, only 1 win, but 485 laps led. That is 3 times more than the person who was in 2nd place, and that was Tubobs with around 120 laps led.
That is insane.
Great
I feel
year
like
for Bob
every
last
race-
year. Also, not to mention, 14 starts, 9 top 3s, and 11 top 5s. Great year for Bob at a 4.1 average finish.
Tim, I'm afraid that's not Glaze. That's just, he did really good. Almost 500 laps led in one
In
season
a
is a crazy
14
stat to have.
14 race season where most of the races are shorter. Oh, contact and around goes
Whoa,
Tubop at the
huge
back.
grad. Tubop involved. Tim involved.
I think they kept
is
it.
collected.
Yeah.
They save it. Should be fine.
What happened?
It looked like here. I'm streaming, so I can probably review it. Oh yeah, Tubop came down the track.
Let me see. Let me look at your screen
Oh,
real quick.
Byron came up. And
Oh, never mind.
collected-
You're not sharing your screen.
No, Byron came up and hit Tubop down into Arnioto. Bob got collected.
So,
Not
okay,
Tim,
what
Bob,
happened again?
Bob. So, Byron drifted up the track a little bit and came up into Tubop. This is on your view.
So it was
it's
a
like
racing
pretty hard to
incident?
tell.
No warnings?
I couldn't see the whole incident. I can view my screen
Okay.
and see if I have a view
Well,
of it.
we'll see what
But
happens
from the looks
later.
Of it, from the looks of it, it looked like he drifted up the track. Alright, am I streaming this account? Yes, I am. Alright, from my view, it looked like he drifted up the track into Tubop and collected him.
Okay. So it's essentially just a racing incident, but we don't know what happened really. Yeah, there's been a lot of contact, a lot of cars going down the racetrack. Hard to keep it clean, but honestly,
Yeah,
I wouldn't say this race has been too bad. Sky puts Naruto up the track right there, but it looked like there's some room on the bottom for him. And you see, whenever everybody starts, now I want to show this. Whenever everybody starts stacking up like this, you see it. Sky gets pushed out of line. That's how people start losing positions. People lose positions because huge run from behind pushes them up the racetrack. They got nowhere to go.
Mason said he was at Grandma's birthday dinner. He wants a TP.
Well, he kind of can't. It's 12 to go.
It's
He's late.
A little late. As Ancient pushed up out of line by Bob. Pretty smart move from Bob as he might get his
Oh, contact right there. Huge run from Ozone.
3 wide.
3 wide once again, and he's looking for the lead right there. Not sure if there was space, though. I got to go back and look at that. Not sure if there's space for Ozone right there.
Looked a little funny.
Oh my
Was,
God. The one thing I hate about YouTube is that sometimes there's this weird, stupid thing where I'll click. I think there was just a little bit of
Yeah.
space.
He went under the apron. Half his car was under
Yeah.
the apron before they got his nose under there. But a fairly clean race aside from a couple incidents. As
Oh
Ozone
my
drifted
God.
up the track, he was typing.
Be careful.
I wouldn't type going into turn 3,
All right, well, coming up
Tim.
on 10 to go here at Daytona. What is the pressure like when it's 10 to go at Daytona, specifically in the Clash, though, not the 500?
but well, in the Clash, it's kind of a shorter race. It doesn't mean as much as the Daytona 500. However, it still means a lot. Obviously, you're winning for bragging rights. Sometimes a Robux prize, whatever it may be. It's very nerve-wracking, especially coming down the last part. You're just hoping, thinking to yourself, do not screw this up. It is, like I was saying earlier, go big or go home. You want to go for risky moves, but you want to keep the car in one piece. That's something all drivers sometimes fail to do is take care of their own car in a late race situation. As Orange sent up the racetrack, he's going to be sent up the middle, but keeping it fairly straight up there as Ancient a little bit of contact with Naruto, sent to the back of the pack.
I haven't been reading chat, but mainly just because I'm trying to quote-unquote stay in character. This is our own game. This isn't a public game. Although I do plan on making it a public game once the league is over by the end of the summer.
Kinda
Also,
like that.
oh my goodness.
Oh my goodness! Track bump, but he saves it. We stay green. A really funny track bump. I don't know what happened
And
there,
then Tim
but,
just got pushed on, and that's another thing is with these cars that they're not. These cars are not supposed to stay single file. Like you're supposed to spread out into multiple lanes, and we just saw it right there. When everybody stacks up and everybody's getting runs and not really spreading out, what's so difficult is keeping your line and holding your position. You see Northern go up to the top trying to get something. You see Naruto up there as well. Bob's just way too far back, and nobody, especially at the end of these races, especially at super speedways, nobody wants to pull out a line and try to make moves. You pull out a line and try to go up to that top, nobody's going to go with you. That's a free spot for everyone behind you.
True, as we've seen Northern send up the racetrack a little bit, that forces him to no longer have access to the bottom lane, but Naruto followed in suit and decided, hey, I want to push Northern, and it didn't really work out for him.
Here we go. That outside's brewing up. You got Ozone in that 87, the new Course Home Racing part-time charter, trying to dart it up the outside lane with Sky, having to manage both.
If I were Naruto, I would go work on the bottom with Bob. Seems like a smart thing to do here.
Now, the one problem with that outside is that, oh, contact! Ozone trying to go to the bottom, and there goes the two
Ozone
Chevrolets. Caution is out before
Engine
the line.
involved. Late race caution, 7 laps to go.
And
quick
that
accident.
was
I gotta
nasty.
review that. Yeah, that was funny. Not funny, but that was weird. So it looked like Ozone went down, made a little quarter panel contact with Ozone.
Yeah, that's
And it was just a domino effect. Just smack.
that's what I was
Chevy's
thinking.
involved. Like you were
I-
saying earlier, a little bit of a ricochet. Just, it's like ping pong. But Ozone was the ball, so.
Let's take a look at what happened here. So here we are coming out of turn number 4. You see Ozone, it looked like he tried to go to the bottom. Either that's lag or he tried to go down to the bottom of the racetrack. Was not clear. Slammed into the one of two Bobs. Came ricocheting into Ancient. Was brought out of caution. 2-car caution. Second one of the day.
Pretty unfortunate event for the two Chevys here, as we're going to have a late race caution 7-lap shootout in a few minutes here. Let's look at some of these schemes. I'm liking these schemes.
Yeah, oh yeah, scheme of the day. We got to do scheme of the day.
So we got Sky in the gray mobile.
Yeah, Sky scheme looking pretty good. I'm not going to lie. But,
Here, do you have, is his scheme, Oh yeah, it's the Carvana scheme. Okay.
But yeah, honestly, there's
That's not a
a
bad
lot
scheme.
of options for schemes. I think Northern's DuPont looks really well made. Tubop scheme also pretty good. It's just, I don't know, I'm not really a huge fan of just like the plain black and gray. Orange's scheme is pretty good, it just doesn't really line up. I really like Naruto's, honestly, but that could just be me, you know, bias because I made that car. Ancient scheme also not really that bad. I spent a good amount of time on that. Looks pretty good. But
Yeah,
I think personally, I think the cleanest scheme, Northern wins. Northern wins scheme of the day.
Yeah, that DuPont scheme, you can't go wrong with DuPont. It's a very nice looking Jeff Gordon style scheme.
I think, is Glitch with you in the booth? Can you check?
One driver I was impressed with his scheme making is Arnie Odo. He has really improved in his
Glitch is under the map actually, so that sucks.
Arnie Odo has improved immensely with his scheme making.
Arnie Odo's definitely gotten a lot better with scheme making. Last season, I really liked his Reese's scheme last season. That was good.
I was seeing a picture from last season, and I saw him in the background. It was pretty cool.
Here we go. Bring Fiesta. Bring Glitch. All right, there you go.
How we doing? Oh wait, you didn't bring my.
I did.
Oh.
Oh my God, lag. All right. I would sit down, but for some reason I can't jump. All right.
Oh, you're invisible on my screen. It's pretty
Really?
funny.
Oh yeah, it's because you hit get rid of view names. Because view names gets rid of I think Ozone's NR. Okay, never mind. All right, seems like everybody's good. Don't see anything in the chat saying NR, so here we go. Green flag in the air at Daytona. 7 laps to glow, or 7 laps to go in the clash.
7 laps to glow. Hopefully the last restart of the race, I want to see a nice, I wouldn't say clean, but a nice green flag finish here.
Green
Exciting.
flag stint to the end, exactly.
Yeah.
As you see, Tubop and Orange pull up to the outside. Definitely not on purpose, though. As Byron just pushed Bob at the track, although he's going to lift back and hopefully try to give the spot back to Bob. Good job on Byron there. Made a mistake.
If you're going to make mistakes, please do it before 5 to go. Otherwise, you're going to be in a tough situation trying to get your way back to the front 5 laps. As we've seen.
How funny would it be if the unsponsored blank car ends up winning this race?
That was. Don't jinx it.
Uh-oh.
Ooh, Arnioto pulls down to the bottom. I think he might have hit a track bump or something as he comes right back up in front of Ozone.
Oh, Naruto's under the apron. Yeah, he's got to break back. Nobody's trying to give spots back. Tim, not sure what he was doing right there. As Orange goes back up, and it's a big one, part 2.
Huge crash.
Oh!
Naruto flips. First flip of the Season 5 Spotify Cup Series season. Comes in the clash.
And the third caution of the clash, it was caused by Tim door slamming Arnioto, then trying to break back and get in a spot that was nowhere there.
Whoa.
We'll have to look back at that.
This green flag stint isn't looking very possible as Ozone, I don't know if he was upset or what, but he just took out Ancient.
Under caution?
Yeah.
Oh, Ancient is on his side.
On his lip. Yeah, I know.
Yeah, Ancient,
I
you can
just
respawn,
watched
by the way.
Ozone
It's fine.
I just watched Ozone.
Oh, wait, never mind.
He said Ancient has been exterminated. Oh, I gotta review that.
All right, let's take a look here. We gotta go over it. Just give me a sec. Give me a sec so I can look back at it.
Share my screen on Discord.
I don't have a screen for Discord though. That's the only issue. All right, so let's take a look back and see what happened right here. This also could be a warning from Naruto because I think he did pass below the yellow line, but let's take a look back, see what happened.
Northern flipped before.
All right, so, oh no,
Northern
Ozone hit him down, and then Naruto had nowhere to go, but I'm not sure what Tim's doing here. He's riding on Arnioto's door, and then checks up, causes Orange to go under the line, and Orange, nothing Orange can do in that situation, honestly. Look back and let's slow it down real quick. And let's just assess what happens.
It's another one of those things. It all happens so quick, especially this late in the race, as this race isn't really too much of a.
Yeah, you saw it right there. Sorry, I had to cut you off, but you saw it right there. So coming into turn 3, Tim tries to break back because he doesn't know that Orange has a run, and he's trying to get in the spot behind Arniotto. He hits Orange, and coming into the corner, there's really nothing Orange can do here. He comes up the track, slams into Tim, and then just a ricochet effect. Everybody gets involved. Byron comes up the track, and then Naruto slams the outside wall. Heavy impact for Naruto. And the third caution of the night. I almost hit the stop recording and stop streaming button on accident. That would have been awful.
That would have been.
All right.
Annoying.
Let's just have a clean finish. Don't think anybody said NR.
A bit of a rocky last couple. Bit of a
all
rocky
right, here we
past
go.
5 laps, but green flag in the air, and we are underway. 5 laps to go here in the Spotify Cup Series 6th annual clash.
And
This car's
I never
solid
explained
today.
why it's the 6th annual clash, so let me just do that real quick. It's the 6th one because Season 4, you had the original Season 4, and then the league was disbanded. We didn't plan on racing. And now we had the rebranded Season 4, and now this is Season 5, the official final season of the Spotify Cup Series.
It's been a good past few years. Spotify is completely transformed.
On board with
Every
Tubop right
year
here.
better. As Byron sent out a line up to the top. Only part-time driver here in this field tonight.
No, Ozone is.
Oh, Ozone's part-time.
And
as well,
same with
so
Orange.
Orange is part-time as well.
Coming up on 4 to go, and Orange actually in 3rd place right now. His teammate Sky leading the field, but
Sky's
Sky
right
goes
on
under the
the
line.
apron.
He's going to have to lift. He's going to have to lift all the way to the back to see if he can find an opening somewhere. And now coming into the corner.
That is unfortunate. Luckily, he's going to have some help in this draft. Another inside lane forms late in this race.
Yeah, and there's nothing you can really do about that inside lane. It's just nobody wants to sacrifice track position and go up to that top side. You know,
I feel like if anybody's going to start the outside lane, it has to be now.
Oh, Byron and Ozone with a little bit of contact right there. I got to go check and see what that was all about.
Tubop leads him out of 4. Coming to 3 laps to go here in the 6th annual Spotify Cup Series Clash at Daytona.
I got
Arniotto sent out a line. Hoping to
yeah,
get some help from his teammate
Byron went for a
Naruto.
spot that wasn't there, but he was getting pushed.
I
So
can
he's
tell Sky
good.
just
Byron
got
couldn't do
forced.
anything because, I mean, Byron was getting pushed. He had nothing to do there.
I think Sky just got forced down. I have to look at
Okay. Good job by Ancient going up the track. Tubot, nothing to do. Just got pushed straight up the track. And you see everybody swapping the lead now. There, you
no,
cannot
yeah,
hold
just
on.
got
If you are in the lead at this spot right now, there's nothing for you to do. You just got to pray that everyone else behind you wrecks and a caution doesn't come out. But most likely that's not going to happen as Tim hits a curb in the infield road course.
Pretty calm ending to this race so far as we're coming up to 2 laps to go. Byron leads him out of 4. Northern sent down under the apron there for a second, forces Naruto out of line.
Oh, he's got to pass. Yeah,
yeah.
Northern's got to lift. And he's trying to. That's what we were talking about before. That front stretch is sketchy. I think Sky also may have just passed under. And Northern's got to break all the way to behind Tubot. But he's got 2 laps to go.
That's really difficult as a driver, especially this late in the race, to try to rebuild your position from last all the way back to first. As like I was saying earlier, Orange, another part-time driver, he's made his way.
Oh,
up
there
to
goes
the front.
Byron, and then he slams
Down
into
to the
Bob.
back.
Nothing he can do. And that's
He
going
can
to be...
I think Byron could have lifted a little, but not gonna lie. Arniotto Once again,
There we go.
Freight Train up into the outside lane, trying to get something to work, looking to hop down the bottom with his teammate.
All
White
right,
flag in the
flag.
air. Bob leads him into turn 1. Sky looking onto the bottom, sticks his nose down on Bob's inside lane. Nar gonna push, gonna help his teammate loose? Question mark? Okay.
All right, here we go. 3 wide at the back right there, but nothing they can do. Everybody's still training the bottom lane. Sky leads the field. Naruto in second. And will that blank car of Sky end up winning this race? Naruto
Now's the
pushes
time
Tubop to
make
the
a
top
move.
lane.
Tubop pushed to the outside lane. Not much of a chance for him to win this one anymore, but Nar has to make a decision, top or bottom. He's going to go high.
Side drafts him. Here they come to the stripe. Side by side.
Sky.
Sky's going to win it.
Wins the Clash of Daytona. The blank
The
car.
blank car. Sky ends up winning. And I
Oh
said
my
it multiple
goodness.
times. His scheme was finished. Just for some reason, it's not working. Let me.
It's because the server was. You should probably shut down. Do you do fastest lap awards? 'Cause-
No.
Okay. Anything that you? if
There's
you would shut
there's
down.
no points this race. This is entirely just a
Okay. All right. Well,
Our
a
open
pretty
properties.
exciting 40 lap race. Only
Yeah.
a few cautions, a couple little sketchy incidents here and there, but that was pretty exciting to watch as Sky.
I'm
on a
gonna
new
give Sky
team,
an
Icon
option.
Racing.
I'm gonna give Sky an option here. Does he? I don't know if he's in the stage.
Here, I can. Okay, if you could drag him. If he's not, yeah, he's not. He is in stage. He's in stage.
Do you want to shut down so your scheme loads, or do you just want to do the burnouts now?
Oh my God, Ozo.
Shut down, I guess. All right. We'll be right back.
Sure
We'll
don't.
just go on a quick commercial break and then. As now Sabas will clear him. All right, welcome back. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. All right, there we go. All right. Welcome back. Sky's doing his burnouts right now. Let me just get a quick photo.
Arnioto's car.
And Arnio, yeah, for some reason the other one just wasn't working. Oh, shoot. Oh, shoot. It's not.
Oh. Wait. That was fire.
Oh my God. Why
Oh,
do
he almost
I
lifted.
can't get photos? That last one.
I
Oh,
can.
okay. Well,
I'll get
the last one I took is all right, I guess.
Bro, what the hell?
All right. Well, anyways, bring it to victory lane. We could do some interviews.
I want to interview some people.
Yeah, you know, we'll do some
Alright.
interviews. Stretch this stream out just a little bit.
Get some
Post race
watch time.
interviews. And then bring Reese, bring Gilly.
Playing Fiesta.
Fine, I guess. Oh, well, there he goes.
Ow.
Oh wait, hold up. Let me send the photo I got.
Bro. On top of the trophy, bro.
Who got photos? Oh, Cole got photos. Stop spawning cars.
Bro. I gotta go shit.
God damn it. Why does that? Why do that, man? Alright, there we go. I got the screenshot. Alrighty. Let me put that in winners. And let's see here. Uh-oh. Okay, hold on. Let me do this real quick. This is gonna take me a sec.
Oh, everybody disappeared. Just like poof.
I think that's the second time now Sky's won the Clash. Yeah.
Mar, check your stream. You messed up the title.
I know I
It's
did.
capital D-A.
I died.
Capital what?
I did Daytona. There we go. All right, let's get some post race interviews in. I'm not sure how many people are in the stage.
I think I'm just gonna interview the top 5, or just.
So
the top 5
I'm
that
gonna
are
move you
available.
down, Orange. Let's interview our winner real quick. Let's interview iSky Itch. How do we feel, iSky Itch?
Pretty good. Joined a little late, but
What does this mean for Icon Racing heading into the season? Because you guys were probably one of the top teams, and honestly, I think you guys may have a shot for a title.
I think it's giving us more momentum, to be honest. But I don't know how the season was gonna go. I don't know if I could have made a lot of races, but we'll just see how it plays out.
All right, and then one final question. I'm pretty sure this is your second Clash win. I think maybe only this is your 5th Cup Series win, I'm pretty sure. I'm not sure. That puts you just a little bit closer to the top of the board. I'm pretty sure Tubop leads it with 7, maybe 8. You're gonna try and break that record?
Hopefully we can do it, but I don't know. We're gonna have to see how everything goes, if I can make races or not.
All right, well, there you go. That is iSky Itch. Let's talk to team owner Orange, who also was
Can I get a
racing
TP?
this race. Orange, could you come up to the booth?
Could you TP me? I died.
Yeah.
Hi. I'm here.
Oh, I brought Orange. Oops.
Wow. Yeah, good job.
There.
Yay!
All right, so Orange.
Yeah.
First
Yeah,
win for the rebrand. How are we feeling?
We're feeling pretty good. I raced in the Clash. I finished second. Our team, we had good teamwork all day.
Oh, uh-oh.
I'm
We're
hoping that, our team will stick together and we'll make as many races as possible and we'll get as many wins as we can this season and possibly compete for a title.
Yeah, your team last season did not make the championship 4, but you guys had a solid roster. You had one move, and I just also want to ask, how important is it to bring someone like Sky onto the team?
It was a great addition. He definitely, if he can stay consistent, he will be a great addition to the team. Hopefully he can get us some wins. I know Arnioto, he's been with the team. This is his second year with the team. Hopefully he will also do as good as he did last year. Again, just came up short of the championship 4, but it's all right.
Oh, well, there it is. That is team owner Orange. Get out of here, bot. That is team owner Orange. Let's bring up Naruto. I want to talk to Naruto for a second. Not sure where he finished. Let me go back and look at that real quick.
He finished 3rd.
Finished. Oh yeah, he did. Yeah, side by side at the line. So, Naruto, how are we doing after that race? How are we feeling?
I'm proud of my team. We didn't have the best car. We started to the back. We worked our way back up front a lot of times. And had issues with my car. I had no tape at all, so I kind of catch up to no cars. I needed someone to bump me the whole way. But I'm proud of my team, proud of the Yahoo car. Part of my NASA sponsored by NASA Marmalade. I gotta thank all of them for funding my team, and hope we can do better for the Daytona 500 and win it.
Well, one more thing. It looked like those Bob Rowe cars were working pretty well with each other there, even though you guys weren't in your team VC, I'm pretty sure. Can you express what it's like working with your teammates?
Alright. Off season, right? I'm gonna tell you a secret.
Oh.
We hold each other's, that's a bond. That's a bond right there. That's a bond. We have a bond together, all 3 of us.
Uh-huh.
We have a bond. Like, we know everybody's secret. Like, Bob has like 3 holes in his butthole.
What?
All right, get this guy out of here. Get this guy out of here.
All right, I'm gonna interview Arnioto real fast.
Okay, yeah, you interview Arnioto, and then that'll be it.
Hello, Arnioto.
Guys, what's up, gamers?
A pretty, I wouldn't say solid finish, but you got I think it was top 5, right? Yeah, you got 5th.
Yeah.
Good finish result. So, I just wanted to ask you a couple things. What is the experience with you and your newfound teammates here at Icon Racing?
I mean, it's Daytona, it's the Clash. It was kind of a fuck-ass race all night, so it was kind of just like we were hoping to get ourselves in a good enough spot, and it worked, and we took a 1-2-5, which is not bad. But again, it is a Clash, so hopefully we're gonna look to maybe either do a little bit better or replicate the same thing for the actual Daytona race, and hopefully the cars will be better by then. So.
Yeah, nice.
Now, I would like to ask. Question. Sorry, I cut you off a little bit.
You're good.
I would like to ask, what are the issues with the cars, just so I can tell them to hero? You're gonna try to fix them.
So the issues with the cars are. It's very awkward, okay? So when you can't hold the high side lane because it's way too easy to turn the cars up there, and so it's impossible to just have everybody follow each other up and down the track. And also there's just a big amount. Like I don't know if that's on purpose, but there is a big amount of I don't know. I think it's bumper lock, but that's why everybody's just getting sent up.
I guess we could try to make a bump draft a little
nobody's
longer.
Pulling off, but
the camera angles. Really
I think that's also just because everybody was on the bottom. Everyone was stacking up. There wasn't really a lot of space.
Yeah. And I feel like if we fix the first problem and that doesn't happen, then we don't have to worry about bumper lock anyway, because then you have a lot less cars trying to push everyone.
Oh yeah, it is a little funky racing the top. All right, I
It
have
is
one more
very
question for you,
awkward.
Arnioto. With you being one of the longest racing drivers, I don't know how to word this. With you having raced like almost every season since season 1, in my opinion, you deserve the championship in season 1. How
Philosophically.
does this give you any edge at, like, do you have any more experience at the super speedway tracks compared to anybody else in Spotify?
No.
No. And can we play Lesbian Touchdown, please?
Yeah, you can join up. You can join up.
All right, well, that's it. Thank you guys for watching the Season 5 Clash at Daytona. Tomorrow at 1 o'clock EST, I'm pretty sure. Let me check the times real quick. Let me tell you. Yeah, we're going to have one busy day tomorrow. All right. Tomorrow, 2 o'clock EST, it's going to be qualifying. It'll be single car qualifying, one-time lap, and then the front row gets locked in based off speed into the Daytona 500. The even numbers will be dual 1, the odd numbers will be dual 2, and once again, I kind of said that wrong. Once again, there will be no fuel and tire wear. Then, tomorrow as well, 6 o'clock, it'll be duel number 1. The top 5 drivers will make it into the big show, the Daytona 500. We'll have 12 drivers in total. Same thing applies for duel 2, although being held at 8 o'clock EST. Those will only be 25 laps, though, so the duels are only 25 laps. And then Sunday, 7 o'clock EST, the big race, the final Daytona 500 for the Spotify Cup Series. This weekend, Sunday, 7 o'clock EST. Make sure to tune in. Anyways, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys on the flip side.